Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to the channel. This week I've got another MPSlotCar Alfa 155. Now you'd think it would be the same as this MPSlotCar Alfa 155, but it isn't. So here we have it, the beautifully Jägermeister liveried Alfa 155 driven by Michael Bartels in the 1994 DTM series. And it has the logos, the bright orange, everything you would expect from a Jägermeister livery. It really doesn't disappoint from that point of view. Now, as I mentioned before, and as you probably know if you watched the other video, I've got two, and the other one is the Gabriele Tarquini Martini liveried car, which is apparently a 1996 car. So they look very similar. They are totally different. I mean, visually from the outside, let's start with the front. Obviously the front bumper is different and the wheel arches are profiled differently. From the side, you'll see that the red car has had the rear door handle deleted, which is correct to the race car in question. And obviously the bottom skirts have been reprofiled and the A-pillar and door mirror have been reprofiled. Differences continue on the inside. The centre console and dashboard are totally different between the two cars as well. Moving to the rear, obviously the rear spoiler is different and the treatment of the rear bumper, diffuser and exhaust pipes is different in the two cars. Obviously on this side the differences are the same as the other side, except that the red Martini Alfa has two filler caps, one either side. That's correct to the race car. The other thing you'll note is the top half of these two moulds is exactly the same car, except the orange car, all the lines are much crisper and much brighter. It's as if on the red car they took a mould off a body, created a new mould, and maybe did that 2 or 3 times, which has blurred and dulled all the body lines on the red car. It really isn't as good a quality shell as the what I believe to be earlier orange car. Looking underneath, you'll see the front and rear are entirely different to suit the body. The other important thing to note is this whole section has been completely redesigned between the earlier upper looking car and the later lower one. And if we look inside, you can see the whole area around the guide is totally different. And the later car comes with the slotted plugs to plug in the chip. I'm not sure how you'd get a slotted chip into the older car because it has those two little pegs at the top there which would interrupt it, and it doesn't have the correct locator peg. So I think you're stuck. You have to put an FT-SlotTechnik chip in these, not a slotted chip. And there we are. I've put an FT-SlotTechnik chip in it. I've tried to keep it as neat as possible. So, how does it drive on the track? Well, obviously it's a slotted car, so it's really smooth and very quiet. To make a fair comparison between the two, I took the orange car and gave it the same body and motor pod adjustments as the red car, just to get it roughly the same. And I have to say, the red car's rubbish compared with the orange one. The earlier design just seems to be more stable, less inclined to jump out of the slot willy-nilly. The red one is terrible for that. And overall, it drives very much like my sideways BMWs and the Mark II Escort that I've got, which you'd expect because it does share many common components. I have no idea why the red later model Alfa is so appalling in comparison with the orange one. I don't know. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. I've tried adjusting it, I've tried all sorts. They've got the same guide, they've got the same motor, they've got pretty much the same wheels and they're pretty much the same dimensions, but they're totally different. The orange one's brilliant, I love driving it. The red one is a very different prospect to drive. I like it from the point of view that it forces me to be super smooth with my driving, but that's not necessarily quick in all cases, just quick for that car. And I guess that's a good thing because it's making me drive more consistently. But for just having some fun, the orange one is much more the sort of car you can just throw into a corner and enjoy rather than having to worry about whether it's going to come out and de-slot or not. I'm sure I'll get something out of the red car eventually, but for the time being, of the two, the orange one is by far my favourite. I don't believe progress is always a good thing. If you want to see a full unboxing of the car and a far more detailed account of how to put the FT slot Technic chip in, please check Massimo's channel at MPSlotCar space, as he's got, I think, 2 videos on this car, one unboxing and one chipping and running it. And as always, thank you for giving up your time to watch one of my videos. If you liked it, you'll find a button specifically for that. If you want more updates on the channel, please press subscribe, it really does help, and check out these other great slot car channels.